let's talk about how to open up those deep hip rotators and change the intention of pull when we do exercises without actually changing the exercise. So I want you to go into a split stance for me. If you join me, it's going to make more sense. So go into a split stance where your feet, one foot is in front of the other. Now we're going to create a line of pull or a force that changes at the hip by changing what we're doing with this other leg. So I want you to first think about dragging this foot forward. So you're not going to actually move it, but you're going to think about creating that force. If it was on a slippery floor, it would slide forward. So you should feel the back of the front leg more, and you should feel a little bit of hip flexor activation going on here. So this gives you, if you do a split stance focusing on that standing leg, this gives you more hamstring in your front leg, and it helps you control an anterior tilt. So if you have a tendency toward an anterior tilt on one side, then you might want to pull forward with the back leg, because that's going to help you drop your hip and it's going to help you get out of that anterior tilt. You're going to get more hamstring. Likewise, if you have a lot of deep hip rotator tightness, lower glute clenching, then you might want to push back. So maybe you want to find a wall and push against that wall to create some force with that. That's going to give you more hamstring on the opposite side, which will give you pelvis control from that side over. But what it's going to do, it's going to help your femur sit back in the socket more, and it's going to help you open up and create more space. So if you feel like you're really shoved forward and have a lot of trouble creating space, then you might want to try pushing back on a wall versus pulling forward. So give that a shot. Play around with those, with pulling back and pushing forward, and see if you can feel the difference with controlling your anterior tilt and opening those deep hip rotators, and then the force of getting extra hamstring on the front leg versus that opening. So give that a try and see how it feels.